Morning world, it's 8:45, 5 to 9 in the morning on the 8th of May 2014. Brief revisitation to one of the more significant astrological events of recent months, the Grand Cross, and particularly retrograde Mars in Libra. A number of clients have written to me, a number of friends have written to me in recent weeks saying thanks for the heads up on the Grand Cross, and particularly the retrograde Mars in Libra. I've got retrograde Mars in Libra, so how can it help? Retrogrades. When a planet is retrograde, it's moving backwards against the backdrop of the stars as viewed from the perspective from planet Earth. Of course, it doesn't move backwards, it just appears to. When a planet is retrograde, astrologically speaking, its influences are deemed to be felt internally as much as, if not more than, externally. You're going to not so much recognize the effect of that planet through your interactions with the world or with other people, but you'll recognize it through your own internal experiences of that planet. The sign and house that the retrograde is in your horoscope is indicative of the area of life that's going to be affected, particularly the house, because the house deals more with external areas, whereas the signs deal with internal feelings. But to have Mars retrograde, Mars doesn't like being retrograde. Mars is a go-getting, forward-looking, fast-moving, dynamic, positive, assertive energy. So, to have Mars retrograde, meaning that one's physical energy cannot be asserted, when one cannot be projective and assertive, and then to have it retrograde in Libra, where Mars is not comfortable anyway, because Libra is all about we and sharing and teamwork and us, and Mars is all about me. So to have Mars retrograde in Libra is almost forcing the individual into either finding a balance point in their relationship with others and making themselves become more than a team player, making themselves become a team player, or it's a question of the individual with Mars retrograde in Libra, or at this time Mars retrograde in Libra, going, right, that's it, I've had it with you, I'm off on my own. There's no middle ground. The ideal with Mars retrograde in Libra would be that people who have been influenced by this in recent months will be working as part of a group and as part of a team without losing their cool. And then at the end of the day, they can take their friends around and they go, right, we did all this, that's my bit there. Then they retain their individuality and sense of uniqueness within the confines of a team. The current Mars retrograde and its ongoing opposition to Uranus and square to Pluto as part of the T-square stroke Grand Cross is creating a great deal of personal and internal frustration. A number of people, particularly men, in the last few weeks have said to me, yeah, my libido's right down, if they've got Mars in Libra. And the women with Mars in Libra are seemingly reporting that they're just not feeling that they're able to do what they want to do. It's as if there's a block on them being as projective and assertive. This is obviously a random generalization. I can't be specific about both genders like this. The reason I'm focusing on this Mars retrograde in Libra now is not only because people are writing to me to it, it's because also in the next couple of days, Venus in the sky is going to be opposite Mars, and then conjunct Uranus square Pluto square Jupiter. So I would expect one or two personal and intimate relationship patterns to become ever so slightly more feisty, fiery, provocative and impulsive over the coming few days. And of course, we are now at that point where Mars is beginning to stand still. Mars has just retrograded back into 9 degrees of Libra, where it is going to stay now for the next 3 or 4 weeks. And it actually stands still and starts moving forward again in just about 12 days from now. But in fact, I can give you an exact on that. Mars stands still and starts moving forwards again in 11 days, 11 and a half days, yeah. So, hang in there. Mars retrograde's almost over, another 10 days, and then we can start to make choices that are based on realism instead of supposition. Today, well, the moon has just moved into Virgo. Today, is going to be an effective and efficient and focused and sharp day. Although, if you're being hammered by Neptune in recent weeks, then it's probably not a good idea to make big decisions today. Instead, for those of you being affected by Neptune, it's a day to dream. But for most of us, it's an effective and efficient day. Catch you later. Bye.